What's up, everybody? Just going on a hydroponic. Had a very interesting epiphany today. It's about the game of life, right? I realized something today. Something happened that was a catalyst in order for me to learn this, but still, I learned this, and the catalyst is not really important because everybody will have their own like thing that pushes them forward in order to learn certain lessons. So, how I learned it is irrelevant, basically. But it's the game of life, right? So the game is basically like it's like music, right? So, and you can apply this anywhere. So there's different ways to interact with the game. So the music is playing, and we use that analogy of life. And so either you're a spectator or listening to music, watching whatever it is, the people who are dancing, or the people who are playing music or whatever. And then there's the people who dance. There's another level. People dance to the music, dance. They play the game to a certain extent. And there are those who actually play the instruments and control the game to a higher extent, right? The first one, it's easier to do. That's most people that we think most people are in that. It's a lot of people kind of just go in and out of the dancing and the spectators. They kind of do both, but one they change it up every once in a while. And the second one is like they dances. That takes a little bit more work. It takes more stamina. You gotta learn more moves. You dance along, you gotta learn. You can't do the same shit over and over. And then you got the third one where people who actually play the music to control they control the beat, they control the rhythm, they control how people interact with the environment, so the game. And it's very interesting. Of course, then you have the venue, which is totally different. But it's interesting how, like, everything that came to me when I realized this was just things like this, man. Whenever someone is teaching you, like, say me, I'm teaching somebody something. I'm not really teaching you. I'm basically what I'm doing is just telling you my experiences with that certain thing that you're working on, meditation, third eye opening, or whatever, and the experiences that I had, and I give those experiences to you in a certain way, like in a PDF form. You still have to go do the thing, right? You still have to go out there and like you have to read the PDF, go there and follow those instructions. But I can give you the PDF basically, right? Or the instructional video or whatever. Um, and so like I'm not teaching you anything. I'm just basically telling you my experiences with this path and how I interacted with that, and hopefully the way I interacted with that can influence you in some sort of way, not necessarily to be like me, but to be yourself in that instance the best way that you can to help hopefully maybe like eliminate or minimize things like fear or like certain reactions that you would have to certain energies or whatever, right? So that's all really teaching is. You're not that's not really teaching. Teaching isn't really teaching. I'm just telling you what happened to me, and that's it. Um, can warn you of things that are possible dangers. But honestly, I mean, that's you, man. Get back to the game. It's like you talk about. I'm not sure I got everything like that. Oh yeah, that's something I want to say. So the when you're walking that path. Also, I got this feeling is like it's like a tree, right? Basically, the tree stands up straight, but if you look at it on its side in like a flat two-dimensional form, it's like a road in a way, right? It's a path. So that path you're walking down, and like anything can make you veer off that main path and then go down a side path. There's nothing wrong with that path because if you think of about the way a tree is made, energy comes in from the roots, which and then we manifest, right? And then we walk up this tree or on this tree down this path, and then we could go to the branch, and at the end we get the leaf, and the leaf does what it does. It produces energy to make the trees, and you know draws it from the light and all that kind of stuff. That's a very interesting aspect as well that I think many of you can consider, if not all of you. But then you have all the branches that we think about, they all go to the same source, right? So the light source, the sun beaming down, so the energy comes from like the roots, and then goes up to the light, and then it's it circulates. It's everything just is a circle, right? It just does itself over and over with energy. Um, Tree grows, it's stronger, eventually dies or burns down in a natural forest or forest like in some sort of natural way, lightning bolt or something, and replenishes the forest replenishes itself, right? So it's like all similar. It's all the same thing. It's all, well, I guess, similar forward slash the same thing. But that's kind of what happened to me today, man. I just wanted to share that because I thought it was really profound. Um, the instance, I wish I could share what happened. 'Cause it was so crazy the way it happened. And I'll tell everybody, like, on the streets, everything that I learned, every hustle that I learned, every way to make money, every way to survive, I learned it by having it done to me. Like, I got robbed this way. That's how I learned how to blah 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 this way. I got jacked or hustled some kind of way. That's how you learn how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's kind of fucked up, but then it's like, hey, well, yeah, it's not as fucked up whenever like that's the only way you got to survive. And you do what you have to do. You know, you have to. There's no feeling sorry about this or this that. You have to push those emotions down and live reality. You know, you can't live somebody else's reality. It's horrible when you look at their reality, but hey, uh, yours is just as, or maybe even more so, or a little less so horrible than theirs at that time for whatever reason. It's it's dancing. Learning how to do each one of those things is has different difficulty levels, right? It's most people like they're in the audience and they dance for a little while, and then they go back sitting on for a while, you know. And then some of the people can dance longer, right? So they put more into it. They got more stamina. They practice harder. And then the people who play the instruments, that's a whole different thing. They're took years for a lot of them to learn how to play the instruments to that level of comfortness to where they can do it in front of people or they can play that long, their stamina in their fingers or dancing around as well or whatever, it's that's a whole different thing. Like a lot of people that when I play guitar, they ask me how to play guitar, they think there's some trick to it. They think there's like a little thing that I'm going to tell them, and they're going to be like, "Oh wow, like there's some secret." And as soon as I tell them that secret, all of a sudden they'll have the ability to be able to play guitar really well. Um, but there is a secret, and the secret is years of practice. That's what the secret is. You know what I'm saying? It's not some fucking secret word of whatever, whatever. It's not some this or that. It's fucking years of practicing. That's how you get good at something. You have to put hours into it. That's how you learn. And it's uncomfortable sometimes. It's very rewarding at times, but it is what it is. When you walk that path, you can go uphill sometimes, and you're gonna go downhill sometimes. And sometimes the uphill is fun, sometimes it sucks. Sometimes the downhill is fun, and sometimes it sucks. Uh, but I guess I'm just kind of talking about what happened to me today, and like I didn't really have a specific point except for like the people. We all have the same potential. We all can do the same things, man. It's just like don't stop. If you want to become something that you're not, keep going to that something. Just because you don't have what somebody else has at that moment doesn't mean you're not going to have it in the future. Maybe they'll lose it, or maybe, and who even gives a fuck if they do? You know what I'm saying? You just get whatever it is you need to get and keep working at whatever it is you need to fucking work at. And that's the game. You learn how to, whatever part you want to play in it, learn it. Get down on it, get down on it and fucking learn it well and fucking become good at it. And then maybe someday you'll make a YouTube channel and tell people how to fucking think. Or you'll tell people, that it's all right, like it's the struggles you're going through. I probably went through them too. I've gone through my own struggles, but hey, I know what you're going through, and that happiness feels. I know what you're going through with that too. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you like this video, share it with your friends. If you hate it, share it with your enemies. Uh, Take it easy.